Welcome back to UFC Glory Days, a UFC and Fanatics original production. Today, no surprise, we're doing UFC 267 in Abu Dhabi towards the tail end of COVID, and it was a storybook ending that we don't normally get in combat sports.
A new ruler has arrived, a nasty Polish czar built on action who's on a run for the ages. 5 straight jaw-dropping wins in the middle of a career renaissance, highlighted by taking down former champions and current ones alike. And now, proving with each passing fight that Polish power is here to stay.
Jan Blachowicz!
He is the beast of the light heavyweight division.
I do this all my life, I fight for this belt. It was my dream. Over, sorry, the belt stay with me.
But tonight, as the UFC returns to the fight capital of the world, Abu Dhabi, the chills of impact will be met blow for blow. Thud for mighty thud.
Mercifully, it's over!
Punching power of the deadliest variety returns fire.
Glover Teixeira is back!
As the Brazilian finisher is barreling in, riding his own 5-fight win streak, and hell-bent on seizing the title to capstone a legendary career.
Here I am, 42 years old, getting that title shot. Right now it's time, gotta take that belt.
In the co-headliner, a Russian dynamo makes his return. A champion slayer who has crushed greats.
Oh!
Peter Yan gets the TKO victory.
And is closing in on the all-time bantamweight ranks. Now he's back to claim what is his, the bantamweight title. Standing in his way, the Sandman himself. A precision striker with a high-flying penchant for aerial assault.
Oh my goodness!
Who can end the night suddenly and leave a few heads spinning. First, he is the lightweight nobody wants to face. A terror in the ranks from Dagestan, whose 8-fight march of destruction has made him one of the most feared contenders in the world.
Islam Makhachev!
And who better to take the call than New Zealand's great hangman, fresh off a victory 1 month ago and ready to steal the show. A storm front is blowing through the desert. Live from the Etihad Arena on Fight Island in Abu Dhabi, it's UFC 267, Blachowicz versus Teixeira, and it starts right now.
All right, welcome to UFC Glory Days. Welcome back to UFC Glory Days. I'm assuming you've been here a million times. UFC 267, I'm RJ Clifford. Let's have some fun today. Joined by the former light heavyweight champion, the ageless Glover Teixeira. Thank you so much for being here. This is exciting.
Yeah, thank you, man. Glad to be here.
UFC 267. I'm assuming one of the best nights of your life?
Yeah,
probably.
Yeah, it was pretty good. Yeah,
it was good for all of us.
Yeah.
We were just talking right before we started filming. Like I don't remember a UFC event where people felt so good for the human that one because MMA fans, pretty bloodthirsty bunch, right? We like to see some action, but watching everything you had to go through and living through from visa issues and not being able to get to the UFC to trying to get the belt, not getting it the first time, turning 42. We're like, is he ever going to get his shot? You got your shot, and you beat Jan Blachowicz that night. Like I can't remember a time when so many MMA fans were just so happy for the person and not the fighter.
Yeah, it was crazy, man. I felt the love, I felt the energy. Show everybody, all the workers in UFC, everybody that was there in the back, give me the love, and I can see like they're really excited, they're really happy about it, It's a good thing to be a good human,
Yeah, because in MMA, like we like the trash talkers, the villain, guys that get under people's skin. But every now and then, when the nice guy wins, we'll make an exception.
Yeah, and hey, listen, I like the trash talking too. Like I'm a fan of the sport, and I do like for sure it gets excited. It's not my character to do it, but like definitely like those guys that talk some trash, and I like them even more when they back it out.
Right,
You know?
exactly.
Back it up.
So it was UFC 267, the day before Halloween, October 30th, 2021, Etihad Arena. It was during kind of the COVID protocols. People were still wearing masks. UFC was in Abu Dhabi all the time. It was kind of towards the tail end of it, right? Whereas 2021, guys are still kind of starting to figure it out. Wasn't quite as big of a deal as it was in previous times. Some fun facts. So UFC 267 was the first non-pay-per-view numbered event since UFC 138. So people got to watch you just for their ESPN Plus subscription, which is nice, right? A lot more eyeballs. Islam Makhachev became the 21st fighter in UFC history to earn victories with 4 different techniques. Kind of a big deal. You and Jan Blachowicz, I don't know if this is like, you wear this like a badge of honor, but you were a combined 80 years old, and that was the second oldest total age of any UFC title fight. You and Jan Blachowicz.
Who's the first?
Dan Henderson, Michael Bisping.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dan Henderson was like...
Henderson carried a lot of that, right? Like you and Jan are pretty close in age. Hendo kind of dragged that average up a little bit.
Yeah.
There were 5 future champions that fought on that card, right? You, obviously. Petr Yan, Islam Makhachev, Khamzat Chimaev, Magomed Ankalaev. You became the oldest first-time champion in UFC history at 42 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Did you think to yourself, oh, that's so awesome, I made that mark? Or were you like, man, imagine if I could have gotten those visa issues figured out earlier? Or how do you feel about the fact that like you took the long road you got to where you wanted to go, but you took the long road?
I just felt great, the moment, and for me, I always say, like, maybe I'm a slow learner, That's why it takes me so long, right? I learn it better in the older age to do the camp and to relax more and to let go of that pressure that we put in ourselves,
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the times fighters do that, and I see that a lot. And, when I go watch Contender, those guys go in way more pressure than really a guy's fighting for the title, because... It's like over there, you got to win. Hopefully, you get a contract, and maybe you know what I mean? Then you have to impress a little bit. You cannot just win, right? So it's that. And, but, it felt amazing, man. It felt amazing. And, being 42 years old. And, for me, it was just like hard work pays off,
Yeah. No kidding. And like, we had heard about you before you came to the UFC. Like John Hackelman, Chuck Liddell were like, dude, we got this teammate down in Brazil. He's just crushing everybody. It's just a matter of time before he gets here. So there were like rumblings of you. There's this Glover, what's Teixeira, how do you say his name? Like we kind of heard about you, and you made it to the UFC, and you go undefeated, you get your title shot with John Jones. It's John Jones, right? He's untouchable, and then you just kept going, right? Like you'd get on a win streak, and then you'd lose like just the wrong fight, and then you go on another win streak, and like like a number 1 contender fight didn't go your way. Was there any point where you're like, I'm never going to get back to a title? Like, did that ever cross your mind?
A lot of doubts, a lot of doubts all the time. But maybe when my last loss with Corey Anderson, I think I was 38, 39 years old at that time. That was 2018, right?
Mm-hmm.
So about 39 years old, and I was like, yeah, man, maybe I'm chill. I have the gym, so I upgrade my gym. I open a bigger space, so I can train people and it's been something that I like to do. It's been in my dream, since I was with John Hackelman, because I was working with him, helping Chuck, and I used to work in the gym and helping the people, and coaching. So it was good. And I said, that's something that I wanted to do in the future. So I opened the gym and I'm going to have a couple more fights. I'm 39 years old. Maybe if I fight to 40 in UFC and, I have my gym over here, everything's good. So, keep fighting, keep training hard, keep working hard. Like one of those things work hard and not think about the result,
Okay.
Don't think like the Bible say, do a good thing, not expecting anything back, So it's the same thing goes through everything in life. You work hard, not expecting the victory, not expecting anything back. Whatever, just do your work as best you can, and whatever happens. So go like that, and I went to win all the 6 fights, and I got the title.
Was that a shift in mind? Did you always view fighting in life that way, or was there kind of a shift in mindset when you got 38, 39, 40, and that's what kind of helped get you over the edge and get you into that title fight?
No, that was about that time. I always feel like I didn't put too much pressure myself ever, but was a lot of times that like, am I doing the right thing, and I wanted to work hard because, I wanted to win, and you want to be the best, and that's a good thing to have it, right? But at the same time, you be attached to that thing so much, and you put that much pressure on yourself. So I feel sometimes like I didn't fight well, or even the camp didn't go well because all this pressure that you have in your head, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you go fight this wrestler, and your wrestling is not as in point, you know what I mean? And so you put that pressure on you, so you have a bad camp because you don't sleep well, all the other things, the weight don't go down well. So when you relax and you just do the work and just be present, be in the moment, and who cares about tomorrow, you know what I mean? Might not even happen.
Yeah, hopefully it does. But it's good, it's a good attitude to have, for sure. That's like me at the buffet. Like, there's no tomorrow. Just go for it. This fight card was loaded, very heavy. Russian, Middle East, Eastern Europe, right? Because it's in Abu Dhabi. Obviously, Glover Teixeira, Jan Blachowicz, main event, light heavyweight title. Piotr Jan, Corey Sandhagen put on a 25-minute masterclass on each other. Beautiful fight for the interim bantamweight title. Islam Makhachev, Dan Hooker, Alexander Volkov, Marcin Tybura. The Leech versus Khamzat Chimaev. Magomed Ankalaev, Volkan Oezdemir. Prelims, also a lot of fun. Amanda Ribas versus Vina Jandiroba. Ricardo Ramos versus Zubira Tugov. Khabib, 4-0 as a cornerman that day. 3-0. Tagir, Tugov, and Islam. Mm-hmm. That was one, I think people started looking at Khabib as like, oh, this guy's like not just a good fighter who's got some buddies that fight. Like, he's a legit, like, top-level coach.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's, I don't know, you take any inspiration from that, right? A former champion that's now like, not just having a gym for kids jiu-jitsu, but putting on some, like, making some bad dudes.
Yeah. Yeah, no doubt, passion. Mm-hmm. You can see he's very passionate about it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, what he's doing.
Do you want to train fighters, or do you want to just, like, run a good gym? What's more appealing?
I don't know. I just want to be there in the gym, and it don't matter to me. Mm-hmm. I just want to coach people and show what I know, is best, and they become a fighter, and they become, most of the people, you see us now with Alex and myself, and, a lot of guys wanted to fight, even the kids, they wanted to become a fighter in the future, and we have a lot of that. So if that goes that way, it's great, try to coach and try to be involved in that. But it's not something that, like, it's really my dream. My dream is to have the gym and to help people, to help kids, not get bullied, and to get kids to lose weight and have a good vibe. Sure. It's a good place to go and let your stress dead in a bag. You know what I mean?
Love it.
So it's like that's what I have. But if fighters come, another Alex Pereira in the future, who knows? Let's see.
That's terrifying to think that you're making another Alex Pereira right now.
Yeah, who knows?
Betting lines on the main card. If you went chalk, you did pretty good. Khamzat Chimaev was a 5-1 favorite. Alexander Volkov -275. Islam Makhachev -500. Piotr Jan -250. You were the only upset on the main card. You're the only underdog that won at +250. Did you follow odds? Did you know you were an underdog? Did you think about it, care about it?
Yeah, I think so. I think I knew I was underdog. I was underdog in I think all of the fights before that I did. That 6. I think so. I believe that I was maybe not Carl Robson, but all the fights, Cutelaba and up, all the fights
really?
to get. I was the underdog, so yes, I knew it. It's kind of good, right? It's like be the underdog, and it's like people don't expect you to win, right? And they're like, hey, go over there and win. So it's like it's less pressure, I think.
And your buddies who bet on you get plus money, which is always nice.
Yeah.
Do you have buddies that like, hey, I put up $10,000 on you?
All the time, man. All the time, yeah. All the time. It's a good thing, like when they say they win, and they say, hey, man, I gotta buy you a beer, But then, like, when they lose, they want me to pay the bet. Hey, man, you owe me money. I'm like, I owe you nothing, you know? Like,
are you going to give me the money you make when I win?
Yeah,
like, I'll cut you. Then we can talk, right? We can do a give and take.
exactly.
I'm not fueling your vice here, jerk. So the fight card, especially during those times in COVID, like fight cards got changed. Guys came in and out, right? Aljamain Sterling was supposed to fight, but he had those neck injuries. So Petr Yan had to fight Corey Sandhagen. Still gave us a great fight. Makhachev was supposed to fight RDA, but RDA was injured. They've been scheduled to fight twice, and they never made that fight happen. Walt Harris was supposed to originally fight Tai Tuivasa, so no shoeys at this event, unfortunately. So we like to do these kind of fun, somewhere between corny and smart awards. The first award is the Nate Diaz Eat Your Vegetables Award for Best Embedded Scene. So we go through all the embeds and we take those best moments. So Khamzat Chimaev was already 3-0 in the UFC, already like destroying people. But this was kind of like his coming out party, not just in his performance, but in how he talked. So here's Chimaev in the lead up to UFC 267.
The cage is my home. I like to be inside. I like to see my opponent, to see his face, to beat his face, eat him, you know, like I'm so hungry. So like everything, I like that.
Which matchups excite you? Leon, Jorge, Nate? Would you fight Nate?
Yeah, this will be cool, fight with him. I like fight with these guys, you know, like play the gangsters and like shit. But I'm real gangster here. I eat the gangster for breakfast. That's why I'm here. I have 9 fights, 9 finishes. I'm here to kill. I eat his heart and take his head. I'm the warrior.
And that's weight cutting Chimaev. And he's still just like, I eat for breakfast. I kill gangsters. What are you going to do about it?
Yeah, no, he's great. He's a great, I like the way he talks, you know. And he back it up, right? He come back and he show, and it's amazing. He's an amazing fighter, you know. And again, talking, one thing that I probably don't like him is sometimes he fights. If I have to say one thing I don't like about Chimaev is like, I see him sometimes he spar the guys. He beat shit out of some people, you know. They're like not even his level sparring, you know. So it's like, but he's an amazing fighter, amazing. Good in the microphone too, you know.
I always thought it would be absolutely hilarious if you, Glover, would just go on a Chimaev tirade. You think you got it in you?
Maybe I come back, you know, and start talking shit.
Do you want to practice right now? Do you want to maybe look into that camera and see if you can do it, Chimaev?
Yeah, like Chimaev is easy, right? Because he's chill. He doesn't actually. He goes like, I don't play this game. I just go in there in a cage and I want to eat my opponent alive, you know, and eat his blood. And that's the way I think, and that's the way I do. That's exactly what I'm going to do to him.
Hey, Chimaev, where'd Glover go? Oh, my God. It's like you're right here. That was amazing. So it was a big week for you. It was your birthday.
Yeah.
Fight week.
Yeah.
Right? Not probably celebrating like you'd hope to on your birthday, but the crew tried to make it feel like it was your birthday a little bit.
Ingrid and I were trying to figure out what to do before we even came here, like what our options were. And then the other day, we were like, oh wait, we could ask Charlie to make something. Happy birthday to you. Luckily, Charlie was crafty enough to pull that off. Happy birthday, dear Glover. Happy birthday to you. Charlie made that so you can actually eat it.
Okay. Thank you. To spend the birthday here, in my second family, you know. This moment, getting ready for this big fight. Man, it's like, that's all I have to say. Be grateful.
A cake you can eat during a weight cut. That's nice.
Yeah, it was amazing, man. You know, like I said, I don't celebrate much on birthday. You know, I celebrate other people's birthday. You know, not my birthday too much. You know, but like I I didn't growing up like having birthday parties. So when I got old, I'm like, you know. But I do some in the weekend. We go out, do something for my birthday in the weekend. If it's not, it's a regular day, right?
Yeah.
But that was nice, man. That was nice because we did a fight week, talk about the birthday. I think 2 days after was my fight, right?
Yep.
October 30.
Yep.
Yeah, so it was like, yeah, it's amazing. It's like, it's a great birthday.
So I remember watching that Embedded and thinking to myself, because you know, you got a little emotional there. It seemed like you were just so happy to be there and content that my dumbass thought, oh, his mind's not in it. He's just happy to be there. It's his birthday. His mind's somewhere else. He doesn't care. You know, this isn't going to go well for him. When it was actually the opposite, where you're just like, I put everything I can into this, and because I'm so content with the results, you were in a good headspace to put on a great performance.
Yeah. Yeah, I was very relaxed that week. In the whole camp, I was very, very relaxed, you know. Again, we're here. We're going to do the right thing. And I did it, and that week I was just enjoying. I wanted to enjoy the week because this I learned, because you start thinking, like, when I was in Brazil, you know, waiting to fight in UFC, I remember being in the locker room, you know, I remember being, so when I remember, like, when I win the fight, we go out, we go by the beach, you know, and hang out, have a beer. But, like, then after I was in UFC, after a while, you know, after I fought John Jones, I remember talk with Pedro Rizzo and remembering all the stuff, like, oh, I remember this, what a great time fighting in the arena. We went to Brasilia, we went, you know. But it was a good memory. But at that time, I was so worried about the fight and so, my mind was so thinking in the future, you know, like when I'll be in UFC, it'll be great the day that I'll be in UFC, you know. So it's like you let those moments pass by, you know, and not enjoy every little bit of it, you know. So after a while, I start thinking, like, when I'm going a week of the fight, because we get anxious, too.
Sure.
In a week of the fight, we get anxious. We want to, oh man, it's Monday. You see people cutting weight too much already on Tuesday because they wanted to cut the weight quick because they want to get to, I want to fight quick, you know, and get over with kind of thing like that, you know what I mean? So I start to enjoy, you know, the camp and so enjoy the trip, you know. So we went there. I was enjoying every moment over there, even though it was hot as hell to be outside. But I tried to enjoy, you know, Dubai, you know, the country, the weather, and go in and see a little bit and just enjoy the fight island. The people talk about it, you know. It was a dream for a lot of people. So I was just in there, gratitude vibe that week,
Feel good, fight good.
Yeah. Amazing.
So some other rewards I'd like to give out. We have the Donald J. Trump Biggest Celebrity Appearance Award. So because it was COVID protocols, there wasn't celebs. But Hezbollah was there. He was the only one. Yeah. Ironic that a guy that small had to be all of our celebs on that day. Yeah. But he was a pretty big deal back then.
Yeah.
Is he still around? Do people still like...
I think so.
Yeah, he's still kind of a big deal, right? People
I think so. It's kind of like disappear a little bit, right? You know, the iPhone is like, it's kind of here. We probably going to show up in my iPhone later, right? Because we talk about it now. But like...
yeah, right? He's in the algorithm. Thanks now. He's in everyone's algorithm that's hearing this podcast right now.
You know what I mean? So, but yeah, he's fun, you know?
Yeah, I get you. So here's a question from our friends at Fanatics. Speaking of celebrities, if you can get an autograph from any athlete or superstar ever, who would it be?
Oh, athlete or superstar. I mean, athlete, I'll say Mike Tyson. You know, even though I'll have one jacket autograph already, but it was a gift from somebody. I didn't have from him, you know, signing. But I'll say that. And superstar, I will go Denzel Washington, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, just because he's a badass actor.
Yeah, hell of an actor. Well, and you fought in front of Mike Tyson before.
Yeah.
So he's old news.
Yeah.
Denzel's been to, I think he's been to some UFCs, maybe back in the day.
Yeah, he is, you know, for sure he likes to fight. He's, you know, maybe he doesn't go out too much. Feels like he's very preserved, hang out. But like for sure he likes fight. He trains, a lot of the moves about fight, boxing. He did the hurricane, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
He approaches acting the way like fighters approach fights. He's like an actual thespian, He's just like, no, this is do my reps and practice and to be good at anything, right? You need practice. Yeah. The Anderson Silva Ain't No Sunshine Award for Best Walkout Needle Drop. This one comes from producer Nick because you didn't walk out to your trademark song. You used to always walk out to Welcome to the Jungle, Guns N' Roses. Classic. Awesome party song.
Yeah.
But you didn't that night in Abu Dhabi. Why? Why did you change?
I don't know. Don't really care much about this song. But what song was?
Voi Kother Sorrindo.
Yeah, because sometimes
I'm definitely not pronouncing that right.
Yeah, vou colher sorrindo.
What you said.
I'm gonna collect with smile.
Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of like it's a good song for my friend Pregadolu. He's like it's a good story about like how. It's a little bit about my life, a little bit how hard, all these things. The guy that they have to eat the ice because kind of like when he was a kid, he eat ice because he was hungry, so he can thank his food, his stomach thank his food or something. But and then he believe he stay focused, he stay hard work, he stay consistent in the job, and he knows he's believing in God and Jesus, and he's gonna collect with a smile in his face. That's what that's what the song is about. So I put that, but I had put that song before a couple fights. So I used that song a couple times before too. So I just thought that song at that moment. Yeah, maybe
it couldn't be more different than "Welcome to the Jungle." It's
yeah.
like here's like a feel good song by my buddy, and there's "Welcome to the Jungle" where we're going crazy.
Yeah,
it's like.
Yeah, Welcome to the Jungle is fun.
It's great.
Like it's a great song. Every now and then, another day, I was riding my motorcycle, and I didn't even pay attention to this, but I was like, I always put in the rock and roll station. I put it loud, and I was there just chilling in the light, and the guy's just he stopped next to me. He keep going like this, and then I look at him. He rolled his window down. He's like. You miss it, and then I was like, and then I realized the Welcome to the Jungle was playing. He was just shaking his hand. He's like, "You miss it?" I was like, "Miss it?" Well, then I was like, "Oh yeah, I miss it, man."
That's awesome. So he was such a fan. Like he knew who you were, knew that was your walkout song, and wanted to know.
He was just like, he just shake. He was just like this, like. And I look at him, and he's like, rolled the window down and asked.
That's awesome. He was like envisioning you walking out to a fight. Welcome to the Jungle. Next award, the Darren Elkins Award for Fighter Under the Radar. Lerone Murphy is on a crazy run right now, but we didn't really know him that well yet till that night.
So in Lerone Murphy's UFC debut against Zubaira Tukhugov, still undefeated! Lerone Murphy lights out Amir Khani!
Timed a perfect knee.
Yeah.
During a takedown, bam, knockout, knee.
Yeah. I don't remember too much the fights. I remember Chimaev fight that day. I remember watching because we changed in locker rooms because some happened with our locker room. They spray some. Oh, they spraying because they spraying for somebody training in the locker room before me, and as I walk out of the bus, but they spray. So much stuff, that when I walked to the locker room it was like smoky.
Like air freshener or disinfectant?
Disinfected something,
Okay.
And I remember it was overdue. I was like, oh man, I can't train here. So I smoked this thing, It's like I can't even see. So we're changing locker rooms, and I remember being in the highway and watching the hallway, watching the Chimaev fight.
So Glover, in radio we call that a segue, because that leads perfectly to our Kevin Holland Award for Best Heat Check Performance.
These are big shots by Chimaev.
Yeah,
he's under the neck.
Under the chin here. Could be the end.
The Leech is still fighting. He moved the lock. He was able to find the top hand, Paul. That's why he's still able. Now it's tight. Yeah, now it's tight. Now he's in trouble. He's going to go to sleep.
Oh, that's in tight. That's so tight. He's trying to turn in the leeches as tough as they come.
Yeah, he's trying to get his back fully. He doesn't have the right angle. Yep. Now he's got the right angle, Paul. The leech is creating angles. Look at this. Now he's got the right angle.
Oh, he's got to fight the hand. He's got to sleep if he doesn't fight the hand, DC.
It's over, Paul. It's over.
That is it.
10-0. The hype is real. Khamzat Chimaev remarkably does it again.
So it's crazy that a guy who was 9-0 with 9 finishes, 3-0 in the UFC, like this was kind of his coming out party a little bit because he'd missed like a whole year with COVID complications, his health. We're like, all right, is he going to be the same guy? Can he keep being so dominant? Ripped right through the leech.
Yeah,
like nothing.
Amazing, yeah.
A good fighter like the leech, dangerous fighter.
I know, Chimaev is a different level, man. You know, see what he did with Duplex last fight. It's like, it's crazy, you know?
This was fight number 4 of one of the craziest 4-fight runs in UFC history because he went 4 fights, absorbing 1 significant strike total. In 4 UFC fights, he got hit time.
Yeah.
It's like, how many times have you been hit?
Not me.
Time?
Not me. I've been hit way more than that. Yeah.
Yeah, but you give more than you take.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That fight after that was with Gilbert, right?
Then he had that. Yeah. We knew he could crush pretty good fighters, and then we learned he could gut check against former champion, jiu-jitsu world champion, knockout artist. He's like, oh, so not only because that was what everyone was hoping, or at least the division was hoping. He's like, well, maybe he'll gas out because he's such a fast starter. But he could go 3 hard rounds.
I think make him better, right? Like I think learning like he's not gonna be able to just walk through people, you know, like he was doing with the guys.
Yeah.
So he's going, and Gilbert, and I remember Gilbert hit him with a couple good shots that he buckled him a little bit, and you know, you realize it. But you know, as a good fighter he become maybe better, right? Because now he knows that a little bit that he's not gonna go crazy and trying to run over everybody. You know, he kind of did with Duplex. You know,
yeah,
but
he still can.
He still can but he knows now that some guys will stand there and take his best shot and can do good. You know, and can hit back too. So
yeah,
make him better, right?
Yeah. The Diego Sanchez Going For It award. This co-main event, this championship bantamweight co-main event, was something special.
Nice knee by Sandhagen late in the fight. Certainly had moments in round 5.
Yeah, he did, man.
There was the guard of Jan.
Close fight right there.
Beautiful spinning attack late. Oh, and they're fighting past the horn. What a fight. A lot of mutual respect. A UFC interim bantamweight title fight they will be talking about for some time as Petr Yan and Corey Sandhagen go the distance. We will belt someone shortly. What a fight, fellas. Petr Yan and Corey Sandhagen go the distance. Got to imagine a lot of the scorecards across the MMA stratosphere, Daniel, will have 3, 4, and 5 for Petr Yan. Your thoughts?
Yeah, you know, Corey had some moments in the 5th round. I thought he fought better. But, I mean, I don't know, man. It was a close fight. Very good fight. I think Petr Yan got it done.
That fight was awesome.
Amazing.
It was so good.
Yeah, I watched and I remember warming up and watching some of that fight too. It was a great fight. Yeah.
You had like this super diverse stance switching, like not wild, wrong word, but like throws everything at you, Corey Sandhagen. Then you had the much more like traditional, crisp boxing of Petr Yan, and it's just like, and Yan does what he almost always does, right? People can win round 1 on Yan. People usually do, and then he just figures you out, finds the timing, finds the distance, and he just takes over and fights. And to do it against a fighter as smart and good as Corey, it was impressive to behold.
They're both amazing fighters. Yeah.
I was blown away how much Petr Yan's son looks just like him. Looks exactly like him.
Really?
Yeah.
He's fighting or no? He's
not. Well, he was a little kid.
Oh, he's a little kid.
Yeah, but when he put him on his shoulders, I was just
yeah. Okay.
It's like 2 of them. Like really threw me. Yeah, it was wild.
Yeah.
It was like mom's gonna be like, "What the hell? I know genes of mine." You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some people like Alex, man. Alex, the kids, they look so much like Alex. You know, both of them. The way they walk, it's just like Alex. You know what I mean?
Same. My daughter looks just like me, which is good because then I know for sure she's mine.
Yeah.
Yeah. When people tell me like she looks just like you, I'm like, she fucking better.
Yeah, good thing. Yeah.
Diego Sanchez going for Award. That was one of the ones I was looking forward to the most. The Irene Aldana Deep Cuts Award is the one that kind of churns my stomach a little bit. You remember that giant cut Irene Aldana had, where you can like see her childhood memories?
Oh
through that cut?
yeah, oh yeah.
Brutal. This one goes to Volkan Ozdemir.
I'm just curious to see this eyebrow in between rounds here.
You want to see it? You're going to look?
I want to see how bad.
I'm not going to look.
Oh, I can't wait. It's like horror movies. I love horror movies.
It was brutal. And from a Magomed Ankalaev jab, he just like jabbed him and just like poof, exploded open.
Yeah, I got
Gross.
some pretty bad cuts too, but nothing like that. Yeah.
There was, I don't think there was 1 square foot of that octagon canvas that wasn't covered in blood. Did you not realize that when you walked in for the main event? Blood everywhere.
It's always blood, so we're not kind of like not looking so much. But yeah, it's always blood somewhere. But yes, I remember being most of the fights, when you fight co-main or main events, it's got to be blood there,
Yeah, well-used canvas.
Yeah.
Do you ever fight to try to avoid it? You're like, I don't want to take the guy down in this giant puddle. Let's move him over to this.
Not really.
corner.
Anywhere is welcome,
You just roll in it.
Yeah, sometimes like we looking to tune it, so you can take the guy down in your corner.
Yeah.
So you can listen better, you know what I mean? So you kind of like, I'm going to set up for takedown. But, when the fight gets rough and it's timing and it's like you don't have that time to plan it, you take it down anywhere. But like, the idea is to take it down on the side of the corner,
Yeah, that makes much more sense than my
I
gross
remember
idea.
Matt Hughes used to pick the guy up, put it on his back, and look around where the corner is so he can dump him right in the corner.
That's pretty badass to
Yeah,
have the wherewithal where you're like, your GPS kicks in. Like
Yep.
you're holding this world championship
yeah.
guy on your shoulder, but you got the wherewithal to just like Google Maps wherever you got to go.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. The Chael P. Son and the P stands for Post Mic Work Award. A lot of possibilities here. There's some you tried. There's some that's terrifying, and there's a feel good one. We'll go with the you tried first.
I'm here with Islam Makhachev. Islam, how good does it feel to take advantage of what Habib said was your Madison Square Garden moment and submit Dan Hooker with the same thing that he submitted Michael Johnson with back then?
Brother, now it's time. Before it was like top 11, top 15 somewhat, but this guy number 6. Now I have to talk. How many fights? 9?
9 fights.
9 fight win streak. I'm ready for title fight. Please, anyone, doesn't matter. Because this division now little bit sleep. I'm working hard and work this division.
4 to 10. He tried.
That was
4
pretty
to
good.
10. Yeah.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah, I mean, it's a humble way, but the guy is this like amazing fighter, and yeah, it was pretty good.
2 fights later, he got the title fight, so it couldn't have been that bad. On the flip side of it, there's Khamzat Chimaev. Here he is after his win.
Khamzat, you are proven to be a problem for everybody you're in the octagon with. Who would you like to see next when you step into the octagon?
Everybody. I come here for everybody. Kill everybody. I'm the champ. I'm the king. Kill everybody.
Ladies and gentlemen, he has given up 1 strike in 4 fights. Give it up for Khamzat Chimaev.
See, that's the hydrated Khamzat Chimaev after a W.
Yeah. No, he's definitely, like I said, again, man, he's very good in the mic, and the way he talks with that confidence. It's almost like the confidence there is like, he's taking his opponent for nothing,
Mm-hmm.
He's just like, I'm just going to fight somebody, I'm just going to fight that guy. That guy's just nothing. It's going to get smashed, and you make the little voice shoot, hey, he's going to get smashed, man. I don't give a fuck about that guy, It's like, he irritates people, right? Especially if you go on an opponent, you kind of get irritated the way he say it, right? And that's what they wanted to do.
Yeah.
It
doesn't have to be poetic. It's just got to make you feel, I killed everybody. Yeah.
And
then when he runs out of English, he just yells, I killed everybody.
Yeah.
Ah!
Yeah.
You're like, got it. It's like an exclamation point. Bam.
That was a good call there,
Yeah. Not as good as the last one, though. The last one was the special one. This one plucked at the heartstrings of all mixed martial arts.
I am with, I'm about to say this, the light heavyweight champion of the world, Glover Teixeira. Congratulations, my friend. How good does it feel to finally get this belt wrapped around your waist?
20 years, baby. You know, I have no word to describe. I was thinking so much things to say to you. So many things. I thought about it, what I'm gonna say. And I don't have it. Right now, I'm just, you know, how we talk about Dana today, how he promote the UFC, and how he break the rules, and that's why the UFC it is what it is. And I'm breaking the rules, 42 years old, and I'm gonna keep breaking those rules.
My man Glover, you are an inspiration to so many people. To the people in Brazil, to the people in Danbury, Connecticut, if you had a message to share as now the UFC light heavyweight champion, what would that be?
Never give up in your dreams. No matter what people say, don't listen to them. They're gonna put you down. Don't listen to those negative people. Believe in yourself, keep going forward. And take guys like you that motivates me when you won the belt, or 38, 40, you're keeping the belt, double champ, the older age, that's what motivates me. And I want to keep getting motivated by those guys, and I want to motivate the young kids that come up there.
Glover Teixeira, you said that you wanted some drinks tonight. I'm pretty sure there's going to be a line of people trying to buy it for you. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up to the light heavyweight champion of the world, Glover Teixeira.
That was a good moment, man.
Yeah.
I was very happy.
I'm tearing up right now.
It's like, again, still didn't find the words, to describe it, how I was feeling, but yeah, it's a great moment, You see that belt every time. It's like, even later in the room, I'm like, I look at that belt, it's like, oh, fuck, man, this is crazy.
That bitch is mine, right there.
Yeah.
I earned it. Because it's the culmination of so much, right? It's not just, that winning that moment. Wasn't just choking out Jan Blachowicz that night in Abu Dhabi. It's growing up with that fighting instinct, training at those fighting regional shows, fighting for that visa, finally getting to the UFC, all that hard work, all the weight cutting, the injuries you've overcome, the celebrations you've missed, and then getting that opportunity, and then coming up just short, and then finally getting it again. A lifetime of emotions are crushed into that 2-minute period.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the whole time, everybody, they stop fighting now. They want to be UFC champion, and they dream to have that belt, and it's like, I see Chuck with that belt, and I want to take a picture with the belt, but then I was like, not really. I'm gonna wait till I have mine and take a picture with the belt, But yeah. It's a great moment, It's like again, still don't have the words, I wish that everybody will accomplish something that they dream so much, because to make it worth it, because all the moments that I went, and it was time that I'm like, what I'm doing here, in Brazil, or 3.5 years, maybe I'm not going to get a green card. Maybe it's going to pass passing my prime, right? Mm-hmm. I was 28 when I went there. And when I fought in UFC, I was already 32. So, that road I was like in a good row, and I got stopped by John Jones and then Phil Davis, ups and downs. But they're keeping that dream and believe it, and believe it and keep relentless in the work. Because like I say, it's not about working hard one day. It's about working hard every day, And everybody, I wish that everybody can accomplish, right? They work so hard and was worth it, you know what I mean? That's what I think,
Is there anyone you wanted to give that belt to and show and say, look, I did it, or look, we did it, or I couldn't have done it without you? Is there anyone?
Yeah. She's sitting right there.
Yeah.
It's my wife, She always been, the best person to be around, She's supportive in all the situations, and in hard moments, I don't talk too much. I'm not a guy that's going to go in the internet, or, even to my parents when I was young, I didn't tell much of my problems, I just kind of want to be quiet about it. But like with her, that's the one I talk about, and she helped me sort it out in the best way, you know.
That's awesome.
With a good balance, you know what I mean?
I got my wife a bowling ball, so we're pretty similar.
Yeah.
Pretty
Like
similar.
I always play with her. When I met my wife, I had nothing. Now I have anxiety, stress, you know. No, I'm joking. It's a joke. It's a joke.
I thought I'm the least funny guy in the world. Glover's just no-selling it.
Yeah.
No.
He's like, oh, okay, anxiety, stress. Okay, yeah. I have all these negative things, you know.
I've just been swinging and missing. You just, that head movement, you still got it. Like nothing I throw is landing.
Yeah.
I'm embarrassed. Well, this is how we'll transition. So if you want to get a belt and look as good as Glover, you can. Whether you're gearing up for fight night, fight week, or rewatching a classic from the glory days, make sure you're fully decked out with official UFC gear. Grab all your essentials like Venom fight gear, fighter apparel, and championship replica belts at UFC Store and Fanatics. So that was after you won the belt. Right the second before you won the belt is the Jon Anik Not the Cloth from Which She Is Cut award for best call. This one was an absolute no-brainer.
Oh, wow, right in the mount.
Glover's into the mount here.
Oh, my God.
Oh, Glover Teixeira's got him flattened out. Oh, he's attacking his neck. Oh, my God.
Oh, Glover Teixeira breaks through at 42.
Wow.
He's the undisputed light heavyweight champion.
Oh, my goodness.
And there is his wife, Ingrid. Teixeira has done it.
Whoa.
That's insane.
He did it. He actually did it. Oh, my goodness.
How do you not feel for this guy right now,
Dude,
man?
I'm starting to tear up. I actually feel like I want to tear up. He actually did it. Oh, my God.
And Teixeira, the ultimate sportsman, first acknowledges his fallen foe. Danbury, Connecticut, where you at? Glover Teixeira getting a parade next week. The belt's coming to New England.
I just have dust in both my eyes. No big deal. It's kind of dusty.
Yeah, 100%. It was great moment. I couldn't wait to watch, to watch the fight. Because when you're there, you don't see those guys, the way, you don't hear them. Like Jon Anik and DC, And I'm always, with DC, we always play around, joke around, At that time that he was a champion, I was kind of want to fight him for a little bit, but never end up. I always have a great respect for DC and all those guys. It was amazing. Again, great moment. When from the time there, I felt that everybody was happy about that winning. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like we talked about it. It's like we talked about it earlier in the show. Like so often it's that moment, that knockout was cool, or that fighter is awesome. But I think what Jon Anik, Daniel Cormier, and Paul Felder did so well was voice kind of what we were all feeling, is Glover Teixeira, the human being, pulled that off. And it was personalized and humanized more than I think a lot of other great performances.
Yeah, I felt that.
I've been trying to get you to cry for the last 10 minutes, and I'm failing miserably. Yeah, it's just not working. I'm just trying.
No, I feel emotion, but
good.
Something that I pass and
the defense is too strong.
It's like it's more like when you start talking, right? Like you can hear something, but if you talk about it, start talking about her. That's why I make the joke, because if I keep talking about her, the details and what we passed through, for sure, you cry, But trying to make a joke, so get out of that situation. I mean? I'm growing man. I don't want to cry in a podcast.
I get it. The old bait and switch. I'm on to you. So there's the great calls. And then there's the funnier calls. Here's the Mike Goldberg Yi Onjachik Award for funniest call. You probably weren't around for this, but during the St. Denis dos Santos fight, this ref was terrible. In the second round, Benoit St. Denis was done, and the ref wouldn't stop it. Third round, there's an eye poke. I think it was the third round. Eye poke. He goes and asks him, "Can you see?" He says, "No." So he's like, "Okay." Has the fight go on anyway. And then there's a kind of a minor low blow towards the end of the third. Ref's like, "Point." That's a point. It was so bad that they pulled that ref. He was supposed to ref the Magomed Ankalaev Volkan Oezdemir fight in the main card, and they pulled him. It's like, no, you're not doing it. Thank God he wasn't in your fight.
Yeah,
Otherwise, you'd still be choking Jan Blachowicz right now.
Right?
Yeah. I just want to talk about you to close things out. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Can we just do that? We've talked about everybody else.
Yeah.
What was that celebration like that night?
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, went to the room for a little bit. I drink that beer that Jan give me. Jan give me a beer. I think 2 days before the fight, right? Or a day before, yeah, he gave me the beer. He said, "Oh, that's a Polish beer. I want you to drink it. You know, we're gonna drink together and stuff." But like, I drink that beer, and we went. They closed the bar, right? I think 12 o'clock, but then they leave it open for us. You know.
Did you give him one of the "Do you know who the hell I am"s?
No.
Someone had to.
No, they was open over there. They we just got some beer because I had some friends there, and they bought a bunch of, they had the beer and alcohol over there, the whiskey. But like I say, the bar is still open. We go over there and I get there. Everybody was there. Everybody, it was fun, to see everybody and. Everybody congratulate, and Alaska was just sitting down over there like in a table with a bottle of I don't know, a black label or something like whiskey, and he just pouring. No, he was drinking in a bottle, like he's drinking like a
gangster.
Hey, you want a whiskey? I was like, yeah, man. He just started drinking with him like he's drinking a bottle of beer. Yeah,
that's awesome.
So yeah, we had some good time. Yeah. When you get that happy, man, that hype, first of all, after fight, it's hard to get drunk, because it takes so much. So you drink and you drink and you drink. It doesn't have like, at least for me, it doesn't have like that middle that you like, start feeling good, because you're already feeling great, right? Because, you're drinking shots, whatever. But then you don't feel it until you're like, messed up, you know what I mean? It's like time to go to bed. I think we went to bed like 6 in the morning or something. Yeah, the fight wasn't too late, like 10 maybe. Like by the time we left was already. We had breakfast before we went to the room to sleep, so it was good. It was a good night.
Yeah, I mean it's that has to be the funnest drunk ever. You just won the belt, and you're also in great shape, right? So it's like your liver's. Firing on all cylinders.
Right? Don't care, right?
Yeah.
Like, who cares if I have a hangover tomorrow? Today's the best day.
They say alcohol is sacrificing tomorrow's happiness for today's.
Yeah, kind of is, But, I don't get too much hangover, so.
Really? Is there nothing you can't do?
Don't have too much. But it's been a few times that I, have the bad ones, but... Not too much.
Not after a championship win.
No, not after that. Ready to drink it the next day. Party.
It's a long flight, right? You can't do it sober.
Yeah.
At least I can't.
100%.
Yeah.
And get first class, you get your drink and when you win the championship, you go first class, you get your
Tell me about it.
Drink,
yeah.
It's kind of cool. It's good life.
Did you have a spot for the belt when you got home? Did you before you got home, you're like, this is going to go on the mantle, or it's going to go, over my bed, or...
Yeah, I did have a spot over the fireplace there. And I told Alex, when Alex went to help me for Thiago Santos, right, and I told him, I said, I want to put the belt in there, He's like, you should have put the case there already, Glover. And I say, yeah, maybe I should, Glover, put the case in there, leave it there, then you go get the belt, you just put the belt in there. I say, yeah, man, maybe. But, end up never did it, and not really. I did later on, I didn't want the belt to be right there in the front, so I kind of I put just like it's a nice spot over there by the TV, but, not in the house to show, because that place when where I told him when I put it was gonna be right in the living room, where people walk. First thing they see is the belt, kind of, I didn't want that to be the priority right now. You know what I mean?
You're a better man than me. If I won the championship belt, I'd have it right by my lazy boy. So if my wife's like, "Hey, you need to mow the lawn," I'll just tap it and be like,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Not you, huh? You're a better man than me. Yeah. What holds up? We talk about, like, you know, some of these fights are from long ago. This is from 2021. What holds up from UFC 267? Your record as oldest first-time champion still hasn't been broken. I can't think of any fighters that are even, like, close to breaking that. It's not even really like any old champions.
Yeah, for the first time it's hard, you know.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like a guy like you know, Alex Pereira, John Jones, they can fight for a long time, you know what I mean? But they have all this, like, resource, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, to, you know, to get better and to make him, like, you know, his team cells now, everything to be better in the future, you know?
Yeah.
But it's hard to be, unless you have a lot of support, to be, you know, champion 42 for the first time.
Yeah. What else held up was the main card winners did fantastic after this. So Magomed Ankalaev went 5-1, became champion. Khamzat Chimaev stayed undefeated, became champion. Alexander Volkov 4-2 since then, and Islam Makhachev 6-0, 5-0 in title fights. This was like a showcase for future champions.
Yeah.
267, like it's crazy how you became the oldest first-time champion. But basically, the rest of the main card was the future. Really.
Good motivation, right?
Yeah.
It's good motivation.
Like, yeah, I'm 31 and he's 42. What's my excuse for not winning a belt, right?
Yeah.
I got to be able to do it, right? Anything else from UFC 267 from that night, that training camp?
The great thing that I tell that all the time is, like, for me, one of the things, like, I was confident, you know, I was very relaxed. Again, the confidence is like I said, clear, right? Clear what I was going to do in a fight, right? Mm-hmm. I didn't know the result, but I was like, I have a clarity how I was, you know. I was in a great shape. The weight cut was professional from the beginning, you know. I did an amazing weight cut. Everything was good because I was very professional about it. So I was feeling really good. But I remember, like, we walk from my room to the arena, right? So we just walk. We have the room, the hotel. You go inside, and the security come to pick us up in our room. Because I think our fight was going to be 7 o'clock. They come to pick us up. So I say, I'm going to have one more coffee. So I say, oh, you got a call. It was 6 o'clock, 4 hours before the fight. So I say, I got an espresso here. So I stop over there with the lady. The lady, oh, we close. And she's like, you know what? She's just cleaned the espresso machine, you know. I said, no, don't need it. I don't need it. It's okay, you know. And she's like, no. I'll please, I'll make it for you. I'll clean it again, no problem. So, you know, she make the coffee. She give me the coffee and she goes like this. You know, I look in your eyes and you're gonna win tonight, you know. And the way she said it was like, the way things are going, you know, when everything goes so well in the camp or in the fights, almost like, oh, everything's going so good. The weight cut's good. This is good, you know. The vibe is good. I'm sleeping good. Everything. And then, but when she said that, it was like, wow, that's crazy, you know. I really feel now like I'm gonna win this fight, you know, because she's saying, like, and that stick to me, you know, like, was like. She saw in my eye, you know what I mean? It was really like powerful, you know. Like when I see, I say, yeah, I will win the fight and I will take a picture with you with the belt. The next day I was looking for her, but I didn't know her name or anything. So I was like, oh, that lady, she was working last night, the last shift, you know. And they found her and they called her and she come and take a picture with me. Yeah,
Mystic McKenzie.
Yeah,
I like to think she's somewhere doing a podcast right now, saying she's the reason you won. I like to think that.
Yeah,
an alternate
maybe.
Yeah.
You know.
That's an awesome story.
Yeah.
This was an awesome hour. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you for the win. Thank you for the awesome performance. Thanks for letting us be a part of your journey. I meant it when I said, you know, we've watched a lot of great fighters win great fights. We've seen a lot of good people have good things happen to them. But that was a night that wasn't, you know, a new light heavyweight champion. It was Glover Teixeira.
Yeah.
pulled it
Thank
off.
you, man. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate everybody.
All right. He's Glover Teixeira. I'm RJ Clifford. You listen to UFC Fanatics. Original production, UFC 267, UFC Glory Days. Till next time.